I'd say I'd just go back to like the plan that we have in place for these guys when it comes to developing is acquiring as many valuable data points we can. Now we know these things take time. So what is that going to look like at the end of the year? I don't have a crystal ball to tell you, and I don't do every opportunity we will have to evaluate them. We will take. None of them is going to take, a back seat in how we plan and program for them with the reps that we have. And then from there, we'll see what the spring brings and we'll evaluate all possibilities like we always do.
Catherine Hickman, the Cleveland Browns assistant GM, might have just accidentally revealed the team's plan for the future.
Catherine Hickman, the Cleveland Browns assistant general manager, has possibly, and quite accidentally, revealed the precise long-term strategy for the team's future. While attempting to temper expectations around signing a new superstar quarterback in the looming draft, Hickman instead allowed a trove of critical insights to slip. She explicitly mentioned the team's dedication to ensuring their current quarterbacks receive quality repetitions, but simultaneously conceded that their developmental arc would inevitably demand considerable time. Through this candid discussion, she implicitly confirmed that the Browns are indeed meticulously scrutinizing all available options within the draft, including the very real possibility of integrating a new quarterback into their roster. This statement has, without question, ignited serious questions about the Browns' strategic intent moving forward. Are they truly fully committed to their existing quarterbacks, or are they keeping a sharp, watchful eye on the draft for a potential transformative talent at the most crucial position? Let's thoroughly unpack this and examine what these revelations could fundamentally mean for the team's trajectory. It now appears the assistant GM of the Browns has, quite unintentionally, exposed the full tactical blueprint, suggesting they are very much playing both sides of the narrative. On one hand, they're forcefully driving the message that their primary focus is on meticulously cultivating their current rookie quarterbacks to be fully prepared to seize command. Yet, on the other hand, they are simultaneously and actively scouting for fresh rookie talent to potentially bring in for the future. It's increasingly feeling as though Cleveland is evolving into more of a strategic theater than a straightforward football operation. Earlier, head coach Kevin Stefanski had articulated a clear and strong commitment to the continuous development of their rookie quarterbacks. But now, with the assistant GM openly admitting they're exploring other pathways, it fundamentally raises piercing questions about whether the Browns are genuinely all in on their current quarterback situation, or merely setting a calculated stage for an impending significant change.
I don't concern myself with outside type of things, but I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better. And that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
But the questions don't stop there. Despite the assistant GM's remarks implying reliance on Shedeur Sanders, both GM Andrew Berry and owner Jimmy Haslam were visibly present on the sidelines at the Ohio versus Texas game, seemingly to scout the highly touted Arch Manning. This starkly contradicts any claims of commitment to Sanders, especially when considering his impressive college stats already surpass Manning's, who still has much to prove. It feels genuinely disrespectful to Shedeur Sanders, who's shown significant promise, only for the organization to be publicly eyeing Manning as a potential replacement. Exploring options is one thing, openly chasing an unproven quarterback while undermining current talent is another entirely. Even more telling, head coach Kevin Stefanski was also there, meticulously observing Arch Manning up close. When questioned, he was quite forthright in admitting his presence, even expressing excitement about attending his first college game like that. It almost seems like an attempt to frame it as a harmless trip, but it's clearly a scouting mission for a highly hyped prospect, despite the team already having 2 rated quarterbacks. Now let's hear precisely what Stefanski said about his attendance and what that could truly mean for the Browns' quarterback future.
Kevin, can you tell us, did you go to the Ohio State Texas game?
Yes, I did.
And what were your thoughts?
Great experience. Good job, Coach Day and that crew. That's really the first big-time college football game I've ever been to.
The Texas showcase certainly didn't unfold as anticipated for Arch Manning. In fact, it was nothing short of a public relations catastrophe. Manning delivered a genuinely rough performance, managing to complete only around 50% of his passes, and ultimately, Texas succumbed to a defeat by Ohio. But the drama surrounding the scouting trip only intensified from there. Garrett Bush immediately emerged, launching a scathing critique directly at the Browns front office. He vociferously questioned whether this was truly the caliber of quarterback the team should be seriously considering, asserting that any all-in move on Manning would fundamentally condemn them to a season fraught with losses. It is undeniably clear that tension is now palpably escalating within Cleveland. G. Bush was absolutely unrelenting in his assessment. He further disclosed that the Browns had previously assured him, unequivocally, that regardless of the immediate draft outcomes, they were strategically looking towards the following year for a superior quarterback option. Yet, incongruously, here they were, visibly hyping Arch Manning as the presumptive QB1 for their future. In doing so, Bush powerfully argued the organization completely and offensively overlooked Shedeur Sanders, who, it must be reiterated, boasts far more impressive and compelling college statistics than Manning. To Bush, the situation is transparently clear. The Browns' conspicuous and seemingly singular focus on Manning has come at the direct and unfair expense of affording Shedeur Sanders the significant credit and respect he has undeniably earned.
I was told that it didn't matter what we did this year because we had Arch of Nazareth. we had the next coming on deck.
Adding another prominent voice to the escalating criticism, Colin Cowherd also weighed in on the unfolding situation, and his assessment was anything but flattering. While readily conceding that Arch Manning is undeniably a talented player who deservedly remains on the radar of NFL teams, Cowherd asserted that, particularly after this specific performance, Manning appeared utterly disoriented and completely lost on the field. According to Cowherd's sharp analysis, it strongly suggests that Manning hasn't dedicated the requisite effort and diligent work during the offseason, and his subsequent underperformance is only serving to exacerbate the already precarious situation, raising even more significant red flags.
It looked like Darnold did not know how to play football. So Arch Manning, especially in the first 3.5 quarters, he was seeing things. He didn't look comfortable. He didn't set and throw. He was completely off.
Now the truly monumental question looms. With Arch Manning's stock demonstrably plummeting, should the Browns even consider making a trade for him anymore? Cowherd unequivocally believes this season is making any such justification increasingly untenable, suggesting Manning might be on a concerning downward trajectory, and that lackluster performance in that recent game could very well be the ominous start of a much broader trend. In summation, the entire situation surrounding the Cleveland Browns and their baffling quarterback strategy is generating far more unsettling questions than it provides clear answers. Despite the organization's transparent efforts to project an image of unwavering commitment to cultivating their current rookie talent, the actions of pivotal figures, assistant GM Catherine Hickman, GM Andrew Berry, and head coach Kevin Stefanski, vociferously suggest otherwise. Hickman's revealing remarks about actively exploring all draft opportunities, combined with the Browns' conspicuous and public interest in scouting highly touted quarterbacks like Arch Manning, expose a profound and undeniable chasm between what the organization is publicly articulating and what they are demonstrably executing behind the scenes. It is simply impossible to overlook the unsettling implications of this glaring discrepancy. The Browns are unequivocally broadcasting a deeply mixed and confusing message to their existing quarterbacks, especially to Shedeur Sanders, who has performed exceptionally well in college and unequivocally deserves a legitimate opportunity to prove his capabilities. Instead, the organization appears far more fixated on relentlessly chasing after a heavily hyped prospect like Manning, even though he has yet to genuinely prove his mettle on the professional field. This profound lack of clarity and organizational consistency can only serve to breed deep uncertainty and potential resentment within both the team's locker room and its dedicated fan base. The Browns are now at a critical juncture and must decisively determine whether they are fully and genuinely invested in developing their existing talent, or if they intend to perpetually seek the next big thing, inevitably leaving their current players feeling disrespected and in limbo. The ultimate outcome of this convoluted strategy will, without a doubt, fundamentally shape the very future and legacy of the entire team. So what are your thoughts on this incredibly complex and evolving situation? Are the Browns truly committed to developing their current quarterbacks, or is this merely an elaborate smokescreen designed to conceal their relentless pursuit of new external talent? Do you believe it is fair to keep Shedeur Sanders in such an uncertain state while the team actively chases after Arch Manning, a player who has yet to unequivocally prove himself? How much of this burgeoning quarterback drama is a direct reflection of Cleveland's overarching organizational strategy, and is it a situation they will genuinely be able to recover from if their current quarterbacks feel openly disrespected? We are eager to hear your perspectives. Please drop your comments below and let's ignite this crucial conversation.